Hey, my name is Donkabonk. Welcome back to the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. We played this a little bit last night. We got a few of the endings. I went onto the wiki and I saw that there's 19 endings to the game, and we got, I think, I don't know. I took pictures of the ones I got. Check my phone real quick.
This is the story of a man
named Stanley. Yes, we know. Hold on. Camera roll. I'm gonna tell you the endings we did in the last stream. We got the Mariella ending, which was the first one we did. The broom closet ending. We didn't really get this one, but we were on the right track to get it. I'm gonna count it because I'm not gonna stay in a broom closet for another 10 minutes. The confusion ending, where we restart the game over and over again, but it doesn't stop. The Zending, which is where we go into the dome with all the colors and then we kill ourselves. And the museum ending, which is where we go to the escape room instead of what was I saying? Oh yeah, instead of
all of his co-workers
escaping.
were gone.
Wait,
What could it mean?
2, 3, 4,
Stanley,
5.
oh please. Are you really just doing this for the trophy?
Yes.
Click a door 5 times? Is that all you think a trophy is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Now,
5.
suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly.
I'm not even gonna
50
count, I'm just gonna
clicks.
spam X. How was your day? It's a nice Sunday.
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this trophy to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way no matter the cost.
Bring it.
Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
417. 417. My dog just started barking. 417. 417. That's 418. Oh, we're getting close. 417. I think he said 20. I'm just gonna spam it until we get there.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
437. 437. Just a few times.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
10 clicks? Got it. Got it down, Mr. Kevin. I remember your name. 15.
Now, back to door number 437.
437. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
Yes.
All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
Yeah. 417, 417, 417, 417.
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
How do we do that? How do we climb?
Yes!
Yeah!
This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
Oh, 416. That's a good one. That's a good one.
We've almost got it!
Woo!
Now the copy machine, do that one again!
Yeah. Okay, where is it? Where is it? Yeah.
Finish it off, Stanley!
Woo!
5 clicks on door 430. Yes! We did it!
Yay!
Oh, wow. That felt amazing. Oh, you really earned it, Stanley.
Thank you.
Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today.
Cool. I saw this a while back. I want to see if I can get it. No. Yeah. So try to get around. Go. Get. Yes. Then go through here. You can go
At
out
first,
here.
Stanley assumed he'd broken the map
did
until
break
he
it.
heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in?
All right, let's look out into the whiteboard.
Okay, I'm over it now.
Why?
What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
No. Are you sick? I actually get to choose. No.
Ah, then in that case, we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky. Well now, I've built up the other option so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
So I get to choose? Yeah. Well, yes. No. Oh. Yes. Yes. Begin the game again. I think that's the only way you can leave that spot. I just wanted to see what that was because I saw somebody do it on YouTube. I was like, I paused as soon as they went through the window, and I'm like, whoa! So I just wanted to do that real quick while we were already trying to get that first achievement. Anyway, we're beginning the game again. Let's see what path we go on this time. I wonder.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong about that hallway. I want to go in there.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
I do.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I do. I want to find an ending I haven't done before, man.
The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room? But eager to get back to business. Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Wait, can we close it just to spite him? Yep. We're going through here.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
Well, I've already done this, okay, man?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong
Oh, you think that?
here.
We're going through that blue door down there.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you
we'll do that
all
next
this
time. We'll do that
There's
next time.
someone you've been neglecting.
Really? I don't care about who I'm neglecting.
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
I know, you want me to go into the happy place,
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really
door.
do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Now if I go through that red door, I kill myself, so we're going through the blue door.
Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Blue door.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Ooh, a blue door.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley.
I will.
You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Ooh, a catwalk.
You see? There's nothing here.
There's a pretty
I
big
haven't even
room.
finished building this section of the map because
What?
you were never supposed to be here in the first place.
Oh, yeah,
Broken
the
rooms,
textures are all gone.
exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Yes.
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
Yeah, go ahead. Go for it.
There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Yeah. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Third option.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Well, it does get kind of repetitive doing the same two choices to get to everything else, so this is quite refreshing. I'm going to be for
Okay,
it.
so we're getting somewhere. Clearly there's something here that speaks to
Truly
you.
is. I like the
If I
orange.
can be honest here, I really don't have any idea where I'm going with this. This whole third door thing was just a stab in the dark. But I guess you're into it, so let's keep this party train rolling.
Yeah,
Here,
party train.
based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Please. The Stanley Parable Worldwide Wheel Board. Oh, wow. Cool. Let's go back through this door.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors?
I gotta say,
honest answers, please.
not really. I'm not a big fan of.
Hey,
like,
I nearly
being
forgot.
the
I've got a
best in the world.
prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some play testing.
Well, sure.
You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you?
Not at all.
Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Great. A new game. This is exciting. I can't wait for the riveting sequel to Stanley
In
Parable.
this game,
What?
the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right. And if he reaches the fire, you fail.
Yeah.
It's a very meaningful game. All about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours.
4
So why
hours?
don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
We're gonna be here for a while. It's a really ugly movie. There we go. This is so much better. Ah, so relaxing, so freeing. Baby goes near the fire. How do I fill up 4 hours of my time? What do I do for 4 hours? Well, this baby just sits here. Okay, it's 1:31. We've probably been doing this for about a minute. So at 5:30, the baby, we get meaningful gameplay. I'm pressing my thumb over and over again. I'm not giving myself time to stop. My thumb will surely be hurting by the end of this, and this is probably not worth it in the end. But knowing this game and how it works, there will be something if I do this for 4 hours. I looked at the achievement list, and one of the achievements is to not play for 10 years, and then another one was to play for an entirety of a Tuesday. Okay, 1, 2, 3, how long do we stay here and just click this baby over and over again? I don't get it. Hold on. Oh, a good way to pass some time. Oh wait, I forgot my clock's ahead. It's 1:29. Just turned to 1:30. What's a good way to pass the time? Well, I think a great way to pass time is to just sit back and watch some content. Oh shoot, I wasn't looking, almost didn't press. Let's see, what's something good? Give me something good. I want something good. Give me something good. Looking around here. Gotta find this thing. Find the thing. A good thing. A thing that's worthwhile. What's time consuming? What would take up a lot of this endless baby moving time, you know? What would be something good to get my mind off pressing this button over and over? Baby goes near the fire and it will surely die. If it gets too close, then we will fail the game. Baby gets near the fire and if it burns, it gets too close, it dies, and we fail the game. Baby goes near the fire, then the baby dies, because that is how things with fire works. And the baby also cries. The button is loud, but we muted it all. Maybe YouTube has something. What's going on YouTube? Home, hamana, humana, himana, hamana, himana, hamana, 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 Gotta find something to keep clicking over and over again, also to bring my man, it's going for a second. Switching fingers, but now we're on my pointer finger clicking. Very different. My hands got really sweaty. I was just like not letting go of that controller. And we keep going and we don't stop. We keep going and we cannot stop. We can't go in and we cannot stop. Hey, can't go in and we cannot stop. Ever gotta take up 4 whole hours? It's only been about 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Really, what's something that takes 4 hours? You know, I could go watch Doctor Strange, but no, can't. Nothing going on. I can't play music because I'm streaming. Oh, I know. Just sit back.
Well, what do you think?
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Used, isn't it?
What'd you say? Is it used? Simpson, you're never gonna own a better RV. And I don't mean that in a good way. I mean literally, buddy. This is it for you, you know? It's this or a wagon.
How much you want for it?
This is yours, a price I'm quoting you. You're not going to hand it to someone else, because I'm going to give you a price for you, not for someone else. Someone else, I'm doubling this. I swear it, Bob. This is you and me. Yeah. In other words, 2 months from now, I see this vehicle. Your head's in that window.
Y'all can just skip ahead to when the babies doesn't need to be there anymore.
If I conferred with my family. Mr. Simpson, if you have to go talk it over with those humans out there, then there's something wrong with all of us. You look like a man who is able to make a decision, or I wouldn't be wasting. See that man right over there? Yeah. He's buying this. Did you know that? No. Called me 2 minutes before you came in. Said, "Save the little one. I'm coming down." Here he is. Now you want it or not? All right. All right.
Turn on my fan. It's a little hot in my room. Maybe because of all this fire.
Hey, Flanders.
Oh shoot!
Look what I got.
Finger slipped.
Oh, she's a beaut. Hey, congratulations, Simpson. I'm sure you'll have loads of fun.
Jealous. Everybody ready?
Yes, I don't want to go.
That's the spirit. Ready or not, nature. Here we come.
Trees float. No. Skunks. No. Slaughterhouse. No. What are you doing back there? We're playing What's That Odor? Dad's feet.
Bart.
You win, Bart.
Lisa.
Are we there yet, Dad?
I'll tell you when we get there. Go back to your smell game.
Passed a little bit of time. I will be, reviewing the Simpsons episode that you cannot see while this baby is avoiding the fire. This is episode 7 of season 1. I recently restarted The Simpsons. This is Homer buying an RV. It's really old. They're in a river currently.
We're getting back to nature.
They're getting back to nature.
We all are, dear.
Lisa's scared. So is Marge. Maggie is sucking. Bart is looking. Homer's whistling. I'm gonna do this for the next 4 hours. If you don't believe me, you are wrong. I can do this. I have great patience. 5:30's coming.
Well, here we are.
Oh no, they're about to fall off a cliff. They're very scared. Homer says for nobody to move. And move when he tells them to. They're all looking around nervously.
Out. On the count of 3.
They're going on the count of 3. 1. But they've already left, and so did Homer. The van it falls. And it explodes. And a trail of smoke raises up all the way up to the Simpson family as Lisa says something probably meaningful or sad, while Maggie still sucks. They mourn the loss of their new RV, with all their stuff in it. And now they're stranded in the middle of the woods. Not knowing what to do, Homer proposes a plan, while the kids look stupid and sad.
Why, I bet there are people who would trade everything they have in the world for an adventure like this.
He's optimistic, as always, and saying that some people would dive just to be outside in nature.
Birdie.
As Lisa points out, the vulture is up ahead. Marge is worried. Homer's not.
And you're forgetting, I'm an experienced woodsman. You all
Switching
stay here
hands.
for a minute while I go over this way and try to get my bearings.
They're replaying the same theme from earlier, if you can't tell.
What am I gonna do?
Homer is secretly sad.
I've murdered us all.
An echo reflects his words of pain and torment deep into the woods. He is angry at himself and stupid. Oh shoot, that baby got close to that fire, am I right?
You are?
Well, it's a quick job, but it's shelter.
We've been doing this for over 10 minutes. Are you still here, Mr. Viewer? This baby stream is really going to be encouraging. I just realized I called this stream You're Not My Dad. You can't tell me what to do. And the baby is really crawling to the fire like I'm its father and he can't tell me what to do. So I'm like continuously putting up the baby. It's kind of like the game Who's Your Daddy? I recently played that with my cousin. It's a very fun game where you try to kill yourself and the dad... Oh, by the way, you're a baby trying to kill yourself, and the dad's like, "No, don't kill yourself." It's filled with fun antics, and the dog in the game has extreme ball physics, which is really weird.
Well, might be a few, but don't worry about it.
It's also Mother's Day.
Alone?
Hi, moms. How are you doing? Hi, my mom. She doesn't know this is happening.
Animals can smell beer, and they don't like it. Besides, there's nothing to be afraid
I
of.
hear my name.
Right.
I'm pause. Hey viewer. Hey, how you doing? We are back. I got goldfish, and we're going to go back to watching some funny Simpsons clips. I'm going to be myself so you don't hear me eating. But, just skip ahead, why don't you? Just skip ahead a little bit. Just skip to when the baby isn't there anymore. That's the way of putting it. Alright, pause the Simpsons. Mute my headset. Have a good day. I'll be back in a few hours. Started talking. I saw the subtitles. I'm gonna turn that down since that's what's causing the
Of the
noise.
game, don't you think? Wouldn't that take the art out of it? You can tell me in your post-playtest analysis.
Was that all you had to say? I missed the first half. Oh! He's saying that because we've been doing this for about... Wait, hold on. Started at 28. It's 58. We've been doing this for 30 minutes. Okay, one second. Let me pause this.
Just popping in to say hi. I hope you weren't expecting more regular intervals of commentary from me, but that's not why you're here, is it? You're here for the game, for the art, for the endlessly spiraling sense of pointlessness and despair. Yes, this is what drives your every action. Keep clicking that button for hope, for freedom, for science, for love. Don't ever, ever stop. You heartless bastard. Did you...
Hey.
do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain? Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Okay, I was looking at it and the baby just kept going through the fire and I was like, wait, does it not matter? Is this just a joke? And then I let it go and then the baby...
Aha! Fascinating.
I don't want to
What do
play
you
this
think this
stupid
game is
fire
about,
game.
Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted, erotic purpose.
Make sure fires don't start.
Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
I didn't know that. I thought the baby thing was a joke all of a sudden. I let the baby go. You gotta be kidding me. We're getting there.
No, it can't be.
The frame rate.
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly, block it off. Oh, thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it.
Not that
We're out
bad.
of the woods now, Stanley.
We're in the woods.
Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
Call of Duty. Fortnite's got walls.
Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
Roblox. Mario. Rocket League?
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed. Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley,
sports ball.
I think it's sports ball.
Oh,
what
sports
fun.
ball.
We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together?
Yes.
Yes, I think surely we must.
Yes, Kevin.
Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Where's the ball? Ball. I don't like Rocket League.
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it... Hold on.
I found
What
the
are you
ball
doing?
hole. I found the ball's hole. I fell through the ball's hole ball. I'm sorry.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley,
What?
come back.
I'm sorry. Just went down the ball hole because the ball hole was a ball. It's dark. Huh? Oh, huh? I don't. Can't. Okay, guess I'm going down this hallway. Big open rooms. Another door. Oh, choices. It's a lot more bare than it was before. Here we're coming up on the first office. My office. Close this door behind me here. Hello? What do I do? Where do I go? Oh, no. So if this is the game. Oh.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon.
Mm-hmm.
Very soon.
Yeah, good.
I can
Good
wait.
for you. Good for you. What now? Hello? I'm sorry I didn't go through the red door. I'm sorry I let the baby burn. Wow, that's an ending? Cool.
But Stanley simply
What?
couldn't handle the pressure.
No, I was
What
gonna
if he had
talk.
to make a
Oh,
decision?
you.
What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility?
I
He had
wanted to
never been
talk.
trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by?
Oh, I can't open
he
the
no
door.
longer had the ability to tell.
Help!
But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer.
Ooh.
Here it comes.
Ooh. Nursing home's on fire. There's some people screaming on the other end of the hallway. Oh, great. They broke the dogs. That someone's got drugs. The end is never. The end is never. The end is never. The end is loading. Never. Are we just gonna restart from the very? Okay, well that's one ending, I guess.
All of his co-workers were...
Have gone.
Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office?
Yeah, it should be. Looks pretty Stanley's office to me, I'd say. New content.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Let's find out. Oh, new content means we're moving. Oh. I'm gonna do the baby thing offline. I'm not gonna stream the whole baby thing. I'll just start streaming as soon as I'm done with the baby thing. This is really weird.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
Wow.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Ooh.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
Wow.
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
I'm ready.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Ball and
Okay,
stick.
so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Cool. Can the elevator move?
Is it broken?
Probably.
What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
New content, new content. Ba, ba, da, da, ba, 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 da, dum, ba, dum, ba, ba, da. Can you put on the elevator
I
music?
have to say, initial impression...
Oh, wait, hold on, I forgot something. I forgot to turn down sound effect volume.
of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Mostly tedious. It's as if them... Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Yeah, let's go. We're gonna walk to the content. New
All right.
content, the jump circle.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Yo, we can jump. Yeah. I am pressing any button to jump. Look at all this new content. Oh, we used up all our jumps. Okay, now on to more new content.
Is that it?
No.
Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
I'm sure of it. Look, see, another elevator.
Goodness. Another elevator.
Yeah,
Stanley,
good.
I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content?
100%.
If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there.
Wow.
I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good.
Well, 4 hours of content is me pushing
I
the button
knew
for
there
a
had to be
baby.
something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Seems like a... Thank you for enjoying the new
That's
content.
it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's trophies, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, Test Trophy,
Yeah, it
please
does.
ignore. What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game?
No.
And we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Oh. I want more new stuff. We'll do another ending. We'll do one more ending. We'll see how far we can go down this rabbit hole of rabbits. The hole of rabbit ending. I wonder what's the hardest ending to get. I bet it's the baby ending, due to how long it takes you to get there. Tedious. Oh, well, we are not done. Hello.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Yeah, I really trust you, but what's going on over here? That looks like normal game. This vent looks cool. What's going on? What's going on, narrator? Kevin? 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 Oh.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it
Yeah,
got
what?
me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be.
Yeah?
So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it.
Ooh.
Just our little secret. Take a look.
Nice.
I call it the Memory Zone.
Ah.
It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want.
Cool.
Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Ooh.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap PlayStation port? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Oh, good times. The original remake. Oh. Smile because it happened. The Stanley Parable. Oh, the first dollar. What is that? Oh, it's a demo. Go outside. Don't play for 5 years. Achievable. It's impossible to get this achievement. Not developer taking on me for the British Awards. Oh, this is like actual Game Awards? Cool. New video game releasing today. We were in the New York Times. That's where Stanley died. We were in the Los Angeles Times. Oh, what's this house? Oh. Oh, we can't sit on the bench because the flowers are too hard. What's this?
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism.
Don't read any
10 out
reviews
of
except for
10
this
from
one.
Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
This place is big. The original. Wait, what does it say? The original remake. What's down here? Memory zone maintenance? Huh. Oh, the doors. A car. A collector's edition. Oh.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. All they had to do was transport it in pristine condition along to the PlayStation. Boom, done. And they couldn't even do that. Couldn't resist the urge to go meddling with a beloved franchise.
Franchise? There's 2 games. One of them's a remake. 2 of them are a remake. What's over here, man? The Serious Room 2013. Let's through this door. Hey, man. I mean, it's a really cool place. But
these were simpler times, Stanley.
They really were.
But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before.
Looks new to me.
What's this? What's down here?
That's nice. Cold drinks. Oh, what's this?
Oh, no. Oh, God, no, Stanley. It's a collection of reviews from Pressurized Gas, the extremely popular online storefront for computer games. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even...
Technical interference back.
And imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
No. No.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny? I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
This place is scary, Kevin. I'm getting real scared out here, man. Inside. Warmth. Shelter. Oh.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I?
No, your name's Kevin.
You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down.
Oh no, don't say that.
Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
Uh-oh. This one's in a swamp.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt.
Maybe not.
Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews
we have the
from the
option to not
record.
skip it,
Only
then.
positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Oh. Skip button. Is there anything behind the skip button? The ladder. Hey man, I really don't want to push the skip button, but...
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No, 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 no. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue.
Okay, go
and
ahead.
it goes something like this. The story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once. So now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet. No, until 245. Got the logic of elimination working backwards. The deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years. Until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say, the story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably.
Okay, I was just making sure I didn't miss anything. I
Oh,
skipped.
you're back, you
Yes,
see.
I did.
You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or maybe a manifesto.
Don't go communist.
Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think. Okay, so my theory is that any choice you've ever made is simply a series of choices made by the person who you are, or were, or will be at the time of having made said choice. That is to say, if by articulating a choice you've already made, you bring that choice into being, then by making no choice and saying nothing, are you not simply erecting in the sanctuary of time a monument to every person you've ever been, making every choice to which you've ever given your great gift of mortal and yet timeless thought? Or rather, do all of the choices you've ever made, in fact, make you more not this kind of person, and in fact do the very opposite? You see, it could in fact be both of these things at once, that you are both making choices and not making choices, and that they are both affecting you and not affecting you at the same time by virtue of the fact that you both are and are not making them. Okay, at first, I was leaning towards manifesto, but now I'm going to circle around and slap the treatise label on this one. I think it has much more of a treatise vibe to
Yeah,
it.
treatise sounds
But
better.
wouldn't you say that manifesto just has a much grander sort of tone?
Yeah, but
it has
it's
a
also
mouthfeel
communist.
that is rich
So
with
no, it's
ambition
not
and
really the best.
history. Ambitious history, if you will. Ah. See, now you've gotten me going back to manifesto. Heavens, at this rate, we're going to be here all day. Okay, look, I have a method for exactly this sort of situation, and I do find myself in this situation frequently. I'm going to say each word back and forth in repeated succession until I become sick of one or the other, in which case the word I am not sick of shall be the victor.
Ooh.
It is an unimpeachable strategy, Stanley. It's
Okay.
rescued me from disaster in countless situations.
That's a lot.
All right, here we go.
Go for it.
Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you?
Yeah.
But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this.
Let me
Whether
out.
They'll edit the rating of their pressurized gas review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place. I guess I should become better educated on how exactly pressurized gas works.
I don't know what it is.
Perhaps that would have been a smart thing to check on before I went on about this whole exercise of making the skip button.
Skip one?
Although... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again.
Okay, not press
I
the
think
button.
the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here? Where did the door go?
Yeah, no, I was thinking
Wasn't
that.
there a door that led into this room?
It was right here.
I do feel quite certain that there was one here before.
There
How
was.
else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window or something like that. Do you see a window anywhere? A porthole? A sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll take any of these. All I want is for us to move on and to please step away from the skip button, to go anywhere other than the skip button. There was a door here before, wasn't there? I swear there was. Where did it go? Can you maybe just ram your way through the wall? Is there any possibility that you could, say, slam your body into the wall until enough damage is done for you to be able to leave? Please, I'll take any option at all. I'm asking you to work with me here. We need a door. We need a door of some kind. I can work with any kind of door as long as it can open and lead from one room to another. I'm going to step away for just a moment, and I'm going to try to find us a door.
Okay, go find a door.
I don't know how exactly to remove a door and place it in a different wall, but I will find a way, I promise. You just need to not do anything. Don't press the skip button. Please, please, please do not press the skip button. Just wait here for me, and don't press the skip button.
Yes, sir.
Got it? Yes, good. I'll be right back.
I mean, if I do it from the side, the arrows are pointing down, so this is a gravity button. And, you know, like, pressing it would be like, boom, gravity. So, like, I'm not really pressing it if I'm not, like, looking at it, like, over there, right? Yeah, see, look, I'm not pressing anything. Oh.
Stanley!
What?
Stanley,
What?
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12
hours!
You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone.
Have you found anything else?
I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times, and there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button, and if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here, and more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again.
Put a wall.
I can't control anything in this room, Stanley. I can't touch it, and I have to believe, I have to know that sooner or later, no matter how much I plead with you, you're going to press the button again. Why would you? I've been thinking and thinking, and I don't know what I can do to convince you otherwise. Oh, my God. And it's all because of those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I just couldn't ignore the negative feedback. Why was it so important for me to fix the problem? Why did Cookie Nine's opinion matter so much to me? I've never even met Cookie Nine. I have no idea who they are. What would it ever really matter? But here I am. I'm fixating on every tiny negative thing that anyone ever says about me. The merest mention of one of my imperfections, and I become as impetulant as a child. Wild and impulsive. I can't help myself. I can't stop myself from lashing out with a vengeful fury to alter and to change and to break anything unbroken, if only it pleases this one person who made a single negative comment. What does such an impulse serve? For whose benefit is this?
Impulse?
And here I am now, stuck in a room, waiting for you to press this button and to become frozen in time.
Oh, you want me to do it?
Oh, Stanley.
Yes.
You're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close. Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening. I needed there to be a vessel through which my words were moving. It was the vessel I needed, Stanley. Not the outcomes, not the story. None of that matters anymore. I'll give it all up. I'll give up every branching path. I'll burn my story to the ground. One single thing I need, and God, I can see now that I need it more than anything, is to know that someone else is taking it in. These words that I'm saying, I need to know you can hear me. Because maybe, Stanley, maybe, if you can hear me, then...
No, I didn't mean to...
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time.
Where's the light
I stopped
coming
keeping
from?
track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year?
Well, you removed the door.
Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past. And when that feeling had begun to subside, what took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life. All of them collapsed down into a single instant. In that instant, I could see myself clearly, calmly, with a collected heart. It was an impossibly rich wellspring of both delight and disgust simultaneously. I was consumed by it. I could do nothing but wallow in it for what felt like an eternity, for what I now know was far less. You see, it was a revelation for me. It was unlike anything I had ever known. It was a space without consequence, without action or outcome. It was divorced entirely from the question of free will that you and I have squabbled over for so long. There could be no one ending, no singular outcome of events, not if all events existed in the same moment, and I felt freed. I felt unburdened by the need to manifest a particular outcome into being. I saw that I could allow myself to exist along all timelines.
Fine,
and
there's
that
one where
each
I
of
don't have to
them
do
was
that.
simply
Hello, Kevin. Kevin? Kevin? Fire alarm. Smoke detector. Kevin?
But they didn't understand that
Kevin.
the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability. It's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable.
Just one guy's review. Review. Hey, it's dark again. Nothing here for me.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the
It
end.
repeats. The end is never. The end is never loading. The never ending is loading is never ending. He is still here. He's still kicking. What do I been like 5 minutes, maybe? What's coming on next? Ooh boy, Kevin. Why'd you make a door? Why'd you get rid of the door, Kevin? Light. But the next time when I come back, it'll be all fine. It'll be good. The ferns. Where's the important fern? The fern. Look at all this birds chirping. fresh air for the first time in 8 years. Well, I'll breathe it later. I'll breathe it even later. Kevin? I'm sorry I pressed the button. Do you come back up? No, I think I'm free. Ooh, it's bright. The heck happened? Oh. Where's the memories? I'll find my own memories. I don't need some stupid skip button to know where I'm going. I know where I'm going. Out here. I think I didn't play for 10 years. Stanley was back in his office. How'd I know? How did I know? Narrator? Kevin?
All of his co-workers were gone.
Kevin.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
How much of this game can there possibly be? New content? Boy.
Oh, good. You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
I want to see the new content. I want to see new content. I want to see new content. New content. Coming soon. New content. Newest content ever. I'm sure you've made some new content to really rival Cookie Nine's Horde opinion about why the game wasn't the best. Oh, we skipped the other bit. I kind of like that old. I like the roller coaster. That's pretty nice.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2. Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly port with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Taste the sequel.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
New hotness. They're back. 2 doors. 2. Pretty nice. 2. More of the Stanley Parable. Better the Stanley Parable. It's a win-win. The color red. Oh boy. Wow. That is straight up Google Slides. Which is funny because I use Google Slides a lot back in my older days. Can I actually change it? I can't. You know, for a character where my only
Now, to be
button
clear,
is
I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it.
Oh, okay.
I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
I mean, I guess if you put it that way. A lot of twos. What the heck is happening?
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
A reassurance bucket? Oh wait, hold on. That's an actual QR code. 1 second. Oh. It's gotta be an actual QR code. I swear if this actually works. StanleyParable2.com. We go to a sequel, huh? Oh, that's so funny. This actually exists. I'm coming back to that later. The Stanley Parable 2. 1 second. Let me just put on I had a blanket on. It's a little cold in my room. Don't do that to me. That's the freaking subliminal clock. In my eyes. It's only a subliminal clock. Is that what I look like? Please no screenshots. Stanley Parable 2 reassurance bucket. I don't know what a reassurance bucket is. But thank God it's here. What's this way? A button that just says the name of the player in the game. Oh boy. Wow, red is the new orange. A whole new outfit. The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. That's new. I want to press that button.
For the Stanley Parable 2,
wait, can I go back?
I asked myself, what do players really want?
Oh wait, I wanted to see the whole thing.
Course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button, which speaks the name of the person playing the game.
Wow.
Isn't that wonderful?
Well, I really hope you know my name.
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is.
Oh, wow.
Here, let's have you roleplay as Jim to really
I
simulate
am
the full
Jim.
experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
I am Jim.
I want you to imagine yourself living
Jim
as Jim.
Donkabonk.
Sleeping and waking as Jim.
Jiminy Himiny.
Falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim. Seizing all of the world's
Jiminy.
possibilities as Jim.
Ah,
and
Jiminy
as Jim,
broke my heart.
watching your dreams crumble into dust.
I'll never be an
Do you
astronaut.
feel it deeply?
No.
Are you really, truly Jim right now?
Close as I can
if
be.
so, then please step forward and press the button.
I am Jim.
Jim.
Yes! You see? What a thrill! What a rush! That was you!
Yeah.
The button described you. Do it again. Do it again.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Jim.
Woo!
It hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button.
Yeah,
I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal valid. I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
But my name's Landon. What's a reassurance bucket and why is it so important?
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in
It's not here.
those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest,
Let me have
it's
it.
a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be?
Probably.
Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
Oh, I'm gonna hold this bucket. Yeah.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort,
Holding a
even in the
bucket.
face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
Thank you.
The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't
They
they?
do. I like the
All
buckets.
this and more
Nice
await
shiny.
you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Can we get a date? Oh, I get to hold the bucket the entire time. Yay, I have a bucket.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
Officer Groshen's infinite hole? What's in an infinite hole? What's down this way? Jump circle, infinite hole. Collectibles? Expo hall, you are here. Wow, this thing's huge. Okay. Exit jump circle. We've been to the jump circle. Jump circle, exit, collectible. Yeah, let's look at some collectibles. What's collectibles have for us? Collect them all. What's this?
Collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's
Is
truly
this a figurine?
innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your
Do I
unremarkable
keep
life.
walking? I don't really like how dark it gets in here. Oh, I'm walking towards it. I'm walking towards it. I still have my bucket. Oh, there's people. Oh my gosh, this game is so funny. Oh, it's him. It's really him. And he's mine. Oh my gosh, this game. This game is so freaking funny. I can't deal with this.
God, it really is
infinite
the worst
hole.
when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
I want a free trophy. Free trophy. Pull over to receive your free trophy. No. Okay, cool.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test trophy that got left in the game on accident?
Yeah.
Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the trophy. Yes. You see, you're... Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the trophy is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Fine. Oh, stupid test trophy. Well, the only thing left is the infinite hole, but I assume if
What
I
else?
go to
What
an
other
infinite
exhibits
hole,
haven't we seen yet?
it'd be, you know, infinite, and I want to be able to get out.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
I think happy 12th birthday, Stepniece is too specific, but get well some days,
You know,
always.
sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along.
Oh.
Happy 12th birthday, stepniece, it is.
I don't want that at all. So, is there a balloon stuck right there? Fine. I don't want to see that.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No. No, I've made my decision.
You have
We're
made your
moving
decision.
on.
We're going down this infinite hole exhibit.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Huh. Maybe we'll come back to it, Kevin. I don't really want to fall down an infinite hole. Let's see, what's over here? The jump circle's back.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley
Yeah.
Parable 2 as well. It's a... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle. Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece, then.
Cool. How do I get up there? Isn't there stairs right here? Yeah, there is. Oh, but it said exit. I think it's either fall down the infinite hole or go to the exit, so I'm gonna go to the exit. I don't want to fall down some infinite hole.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to?
I really
Ready to
have.
move on now?
I kinda am. I'm really excited for the Stanley Parable 2. I'm sure it'll be as riveting as the first, but not Ultra Deluxe.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features?
I'm liking
Yes, I
them.
know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work.
It
There's
really feels like
definitely a
something that can
good
work.
game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Woohoo! Oh.
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement.
Yeah, that one's a little all over
Okay,
the place.
yes,
Stanley
this is
Parable
much better.
2.
I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
Ooh, it's not much better than the first, my
Who am I
friend.
kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it.
Oh.
Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen.
Yeah, give me a really good-
title
like a really
screen
good
that
one.
says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2." Let me see if I can whip something up.
Yeah, figure it out, figure it out.
All right, perfect.
Look,
Go
there I am.
ahead. Take a look.
Oh. I'm ready. This new content ending's going on forever, by the way. Like, this is crazy. You feel like it'd be over by now. Whoa, dude. Look at all these settings. It's all red and stuff. Who did it? Exact same people. Let's begin the game. But he said the game was going to be the exact same as the first one, just with a few tastefully added features. So I feel like when we load in, it'll be just the Stanley Parable.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
We've heard this story plenty of times. Ah, no, it's the Stanley Parable 2.
What could it mean?
Happy
Stanley
birthday.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Surely. Is there a... Ah, reassurance bucket.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
I really did. Awaiting input. There we go. Input received. Don't worry about a thing. Oh, no more new content. That scares me, but luckily I have my reassurance bucket.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Jeez. I'm actually kind of scared.
Still no one was here.
What?
Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever.
Okay, yeah.
Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
Yeah, that makes sense, thank you. But this very nice broom closet with
Oh,
this
Stanley,
bucket.
can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket.
No!
You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes
mine.
it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet.
It
That's
does.
what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket.
I got
This
this.
is your companion and lifelong friend.
Yeah.
You can't hand it over. Oh, no.
No.
We're getting into name-calling now, it seems.
Yeah.
Is this how low the broom closet has sunk?
Yeah,
that
screw
it
you,
has to
broom
resort
closet.
to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends?
What?
That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient? That your life is so banal and meaningless
No,
that
I
you'd
mean-
feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I've never.
Well, yesterday I
Go on,
said...
Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket as they have changed and evolved over the years. Let him have it.
Broom. Yesterday I said you were my wife, but I don't care anymore. Bucket is my wife, and I'm happy with Bucket for the rest of my life. I don't need you or anything. I don't need any of you.
I got
I
you
need
something which I
you.
think will help
I need
settle this
you.
debate once and for all.
I need
Here we
Bucket.
go.
Yeah, Bucket. Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
it's settled. No more debate.
Mine.
No more discussion.
No.
Take a
Nothing
hike,
else.
broom
Yeah,
closet,
screw
with all your
you.
meandering philosophical diatribes about the nature of cleaning supplies and their relationship to broom closets. And coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Yeah, I got a bucket. You know what I need right now, Mr. Bucket? There's a certain elevator. There's supposed to be a, a certain elevator. Maybe I gotta open this one first. Be like, oh, that's cool. A collectible.
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Cool. But can I please go into the elevator? It was a fun room. I want to go back to the Stanley.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket would. And he knew it. The two of them were inseparable.
I love this bucket,
At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845.
Huh.
But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Fine, I guess I have to do this. Huh.
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini-stands? Stanley figs? What about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
Time to go up, down. Ba, ba, da, da, ba, 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 ba. Oh, I was moving a lot faster than I did before. Da, 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 ba, ba, Stanley. I like that elevator a lot. I really wish I could be with that elevator. If I was still doing the baby game, I'd only be on hour 2.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket.
I like this.
Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
I have the bucket. The bucket, it has me.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
But what if there's something down here?
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death.
Man, I'm just seeing if there's a collectible down here.
The door behind them was not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
Coming to his senses, Stanley walked back around and noticed there was no minifigure to collect. Oh well. Door's not shut, so... It's a long hallway.
But of course, Stanley and the bucket thought better of it and realized they simply had too much to live for.
Too much. A light.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Well, I sure hope it's nothing to do with mind control.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
Calm now, bucket, calm. It's all okay. It's all okay.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well?
No.
Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do?
No, the bucket's safe.
What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place?
Be a bucket?
These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind.
Oh, okay.
No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket. But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good.
Yeah.
Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system. Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over?
I don't know.
Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support, and to... What? Wait. What was happening? Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed?
I want to be free.
An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty, until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave.
What?
Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket.
No!
Needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, would go to any lengths not to part with the bucket. No, no, no. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
I was about to find out what.
Message scheduled either by you or a person in your place of work. The purpose of this message is to warn you about the dangers of recorded messages. If at any time you believe you are listening to a recorded message, please terminate it immediately and cease all flow of information from the recorded message into your perceptual sphere. Thank you, and have a pleasant day.
Oh dear God. Gotta watch out for these messages. Ah.
Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
My bucket.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest.
And went to the door on my right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
What a nice bucket.
No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to them, and so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
It's not like there's anything else here, is there? Does anything happen if I go the wrong way? No, I just get stuck. Where are they? Oh, I probably should be reading this. Agenda. I need to know if you spotted one. How do you know if it's there? Who took these pictures of them? Follow the clues provided by employee 416. We can do it. Red room. Thank you. Good luck. 216. What's in 216?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
You're not still in here, are you? No. You're not a different message, are you? I've got the feeling money's for stealing, but not yours, of course. So that's a lovely... that's a lovely purse. Ooh. Can I go in this room now? Yes! Thank you. I don't know why wouldn't let me do it before. Bucket, this is an amazing elevator. Cool. Dying panda.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his dark... But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
How do I get rid of the bucket?
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves. The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock.
Ah.
Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
What's employee number 1? Cool, he just has a regular office.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well?
No!
Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never! He squeezed the bucket tighter, his one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
Yeah, no one except for my bucket.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls.
No, bucket,
Stanley
no!
gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself? How could the bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen. Birds.
Seals.
Silly, silly birds. The control buttons became active again.
What's this? Birds? Birds. 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 Birds.
Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world. The mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions. Had the bucket known this all along? Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his hands, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery. Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable. Of all the possible paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best.
There's a bird.
And Stanley was happy.
There's a bird. Oh, look at that one. That's a nice bird. Oh. I continued to look at birds for the rest of my life. I assume we come right back here. Cool! The sequel is now paused. Let's begin the game again. Hey, we played the Stanley Parable 2 today, before anybody else. It's really cool. Can I go back to the first one? Ooh. Whoa, hey. Oh, I meant to hit quit to menu, I guess. Not begin the game again. Just like, whoa! Whoa, dude! I don't want to keep playing the Stanley Parable 2. I can't. I can't. What in-game progress? Does that even do anything? Is there actual in-game progress? Like, what's the point? I assume it's just, you know, like... Oh, hold on. Back here again. have now. It's currently 3:52. Okay, be annoying about it. Oh, I put AM. Cool. It's fine. What was that? I didn't mean to press anything. I think it just took me to the title screen. I think it's... What I want to do is to get rid of all the Stanley Parable 2 stuff. Because that just, it's a bunch of stuff I don't really care about. I don't know, like, I guess it'd be cool to have it, but I kind of really just like looking out there and there not being anything. But also, turn this back up. 10? How's 10? That's fine, actually. Alright, thank you for watching me play the Stanley Parable 2, everybody. We'll be back some other time in the near distant future to play some more Stanley Parable. So, yeah, there we go. Have a good day. We'll be back.